Here's your news for June 5th, 2020. And your headlines for today include: Roman Reigns addresses his eventual WWE return, WWE stiffing NXT superstar crowd on pay after multiple 10-hour shoots, big spoiler on next NXT call-ups to the main roster, who made the decision to rehire Drake Maverick, did Drake know he would be hired prior to his match, former WWE superstar unhappy about Drake Maverick's comeback, why Adam Cole won't be Universal Champion in WWE, why didn't Cole sign a contract yet, AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan face off, and Jeff Hardy's explanation announced for tonight's Smackdown, released WWE wrestler explains why Vince McMahon apologized to him, and more. We are kicking off today with news from Roman Reigns, and after he chose not to compete at WrestleMania 36, the company has made some interesting decisions regarding the former Universal Champion, including banning his name from being used on television. This week, though, the big dog and actor David Spade sat down with Kayla Braxton on the Braxton Beat, and she asked about his eventual return. He said, "I just want everyone to be safe. Obviously, I want to be out there. I spent the last 10 years of my life dedicated to this craft, learning every single day, everything. All of this security that I have in my life now to be able to protect my family, to be comfortable, is because of our fan base. I wanted you all to know that I'm so thankful, grateful for everything that I've been able to earn and all of the experiences that I've been able to go through, because it's been an amazing ride. I can't wait to get back to normal and entertain on a weekly basis." Though Roman is eager to return, the big dog provided no timeline on when he'd be back in the ring. As whilst he may be healthy and happy, he's also aware of the risks he's not willing to take in the ongoing situation. Clearly, the company has had to make some big changes this year, and since fans aren't currently allowed to attend, WWE has been using superstars to simulate a crowd, but haven't made things easy. In addition to the NXT roster having to stand for 10 hours for each shoot, Fightful is reporting that the wrestlers aren't being paid anymore to appear in the crowd. This news comes after reports of superstars being unhappy with how they're being treated in the crowd, including having to wait a very long time to film the Adam Cole vs. Velveteen Dream match for TakeOver in Your House, as the weather wasn't ideal. Hopefully, superstars won't have to act as the crowd for much longer, as it's clear that the ongoing global situation is something nobody imagined would be happening when they inked their deal with the company. Speaking of NXT superstars appearing on the main roster, there's been a few more superstars rumored to be called up, and this may provide some big spoilers for this Sunday's NXT TakeOver in Your House special. Whilst Velveteen Dream and Io Shirai both have title matches at the show, neither of them are expected to win, as Wrestling Inc. reports that both are in discussions for a main roster call-up. Hopefully fans will get a better picture after this Sunday's show, and if either Dream or Shirai don't end this week with championship gold, an imminent call-up to the main roster will almost certainly be a certainty. One NXT superstar fans can see plenty of is Drake Maverick, as his return to the company is unique to say the least, and many fans have been wondering just exactly how it came about. During a teleconference to promote NXT TakeOver in Your House, Triple H was asked why the company rehired him and said, "So the Drake situation turned out, we already had the tournament booked out, I believe, at that point in time. We were already promoting it, and then the releases happened, which are horrible. No one wants to see anybody lose their job, especially in the world right now. A lot of companies in the world right now are having to make tough decisions to make sure they're still there. Difficult decisions were made. Drake Maverick was given the option of continuing the tournament. He wanted to, and he wanted to prove that he could still be here. If you met him or know him at all, he's just one of the most passionate guys. He loves WWE. It's his dream to be here, the whole thing. Couldn't be a better guy. When the release happened, it wasn't like he was involved in anything, so it just happened the way it did. Through the process of this tournament, he captured people's hearts, he captured their imagination, and he earned that spot. And it was already out there in the biggest way possible, so you either ignore it or you turn it into something. It goes to show what a positive attitude can do for you in your career, as we expect that if Maverick hadn't been so dedicated to his craft, then his eventual return and winning over the crowd would have never happened. While Triple H had plenty of positives to say about the former rock star Spud, it's being reported that the decisions regarding Maverick to both fire and rehire him weren't his. During Wrestling Observer Live, Bryan Alvarez explained that the decisions regarding Drake came from Vince McMahon himself, saying, "Every one of the people who got fired was a Vince McMahon call. I'm pretty confident, because I've been told this from people, that people got released that if Hunter had his way would not have been released. So they fired all these people, including Drake Maverick, and Drake did the deal, the emotional video. This means that Vince must have seen his promo that went viral and said, "Look at this guy, pal, hire him back." The fact that Maverick chose to compete in the NXT Cruiserweight Championship tournament must have certainly impressed the boss, as his emotional online video probably didn't hurt either. The ending of this week's NXT was a surprise to the fans, to say the least, but it's been reported that quite a few people backstage knew it was coming. According to Fightful, it's unclear when WWE made the decision to re-sign Maverick after his very real release, but the former 24/7 champion was well aware he had a new deal already before the match begun. With reports that WWE are offering released superstars new contracts, though for less money, time will tell who else rejoins WWE. But for now, Maverick was more than happy to sign on the dotted line. Now Maverick is officially back with WWE, and while many fans were thrilled to see the British star be awarded with a contract on this week's NXT, not everyone is pleased for the rehired rockstar Spud. On Twitter, Leo Rush questioned whether WWE was going to bring everyone back and described working Maverick's real-life release into a story as a slap in the face, though added he wasn't surprised by WWE's actions. He went on to say that he's happy to see anyone get their job back after he too was part of the wave of releases on April 15th. Though Maverick didn't leave NXT with the Cruiserweight Championship, he certainly didn't leave empty-handed, and now fans will get to see plenty more of him even if Rush doesn't necessarily agree with what WWE has done. Speaking of the superstars released this past April, many of them appeared in a recent promo for Impact Wrestling's Slammiversary, leaving fans to wonder what it all means. During a recent episode of Oh You Didn't Know, it's been reported that fans can expect at least some of the released superstars referenced to appear. As the report goes, a source told me about the teases and told me about the 90-day non-compete clauses in place, so even if they wanted, they couldn't sign a contract. They did have verbal agreements from a certain number of those names, but they were literally hoping for the best. It was stated that the idea of the video was merely to tease the possibility of superstars showing up, and it doesn't necessarily mean that those referenced, including EC3, Eric Young, and Rusev, actually will appear. A former superstar appearing on Impact doesn't necessarily mean they've signed a deal, as Deonna Purrazzo is working with Impact, but on a per-date arrangement. Back to WWE now, and boxing star Tyson Fury was supposedly in talks for something at WrestleMania 36 before the current situation, and now it looks like fans could see the Gypsy King again. Appearing on Jamie Redknapp's Home Fixtures show on Sky Sports, the boxing legend said that he spoke on the phone with Vince McMahon last week and said there may be an opportunity coming up soon for him to wrestle again. Online, Fury and McIntyre have had a friendly rivalry in recent memory, as the WWE champion could have a high-profile opponent from outside WWE very soon. From one champion to another now, as NXT champion Adam Cole recently hit 1 year with the gold, though some people think he could be doing more. Speaking on the After the Bell podcast, Corey Graves interviewed the Road Dogg Jesse James, who had plenty of praise for the Undisputed Era member, saying, "He gives you a minute of hiccupless verbiage that just makes you go, okay, that was perfect, thank you, every single time. That's Adam Cole in a nutshell. He's also a great worker, he has a great psychology. Man, if he was carrying Cross's size, he would be the Universal Champion right now. And if he wasn't, I'd be wondering why. He's a dream superstar." Perhaps there will be a time when Cole holds the top prize on Smackdown, but for now, the Undisputed Era member is more than happy being the top dog of NXT. Speaking of the NXT champion, it's known that Cole's deal with WWE expires in August, but the question now is, will he re-sign with the company? There's been speculation that Cole could join AEW, where his fellow Bullet Club alumni are, including Kenny Omega, Adam Page, and the Young Bucks, and it's also where his girlfriend Britt Baker competes, who teased Cole joining on the AEW Unrestricted podcast. She said, "They're all one huge, giant family, and I hope there is a day in the near future where Adam Cole can be in a ring with the Young Bucks and Kenny and Cody. It'll all come full circle, and we can all be one giant happy family." Ultimately, the only person who knows what the future holds for Cole is the NXT champion himself, and we'll be sure to keep viewers updated on the future of the Undisputed Era star. Back to WWE now, and we're looking ahead to tonight's Smackdown, which will see Bryan and AJ Styles have a face-off in the ring. This interaction comes just 1 week before one man will be crowned Intercontinental Champion, and tonight's show will also see Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross defend their women's tag team titles against Bayley and Sasha Banks, and an appearance by Jeff Hardy to discuss his side of the events from last week's hit and run, which injured Elias. Tonight we'll also see The Miz and John Morrison issue a warning to Universal Champion Braun Strowman, as fans will have plenty to tune in for on the penultimate edition of SmackDown before Backlash. One person fans won't see in WWE anymore is Epico, who was released by WWE this year and spoke with Sportskeeda recently to discuss his tenure. When asked about what Vince McMahon is like, the former tag team champion said that the boss is intense but a caring individual, and told the story of McMahon apologizing to him and Primo because of the bad booking they'd received for years. Epico notes that he considers WWE a whole other ballpark to any other promotion out there, as whilst being released from the company must have hurt, the former tag team champion doesn't have many bad things to say about his former employer. We've got WWE Network news now, as the first free month of the $9.99 a month service is a thing of the past. Now that WWE has a free version of their streaming service, the company has ditched the first month, and now when fans go to sign up, they see the following message. WWE Network subscriptions are billed in advance and recur monthly. Billing starts on the date you subscribe or reactivate your account subscription, and rebill on the same day each month until cancellation. Some more morally ambiguous fans were able to keep using free months of various subscriptions to keep the network for free, but now that's a thing of the past as well. With a free version of the service now available, fans who aren't ready to pay $9.99 a month will still get a teaser of over 15,000 shows, including classic pay-per-views and takeover events, but now will have no choice but to hand over the cash if they want the full network experience. Speaking of pay-per-views, we're looking ahead to next Sunday's Backlash pay-per-view, as Fightful has revealed what the plans are for the show in regards to the crowd. They said, NXT wrestlers have been called upon to be in the audience for NXT In Your House and WWE Backlash, in addition to Raw, SmackDown, and NXT. This means that NXT superstars will be working 4 straight days next week, from Sunday until Wednesday, and will then be called upon again for another lengthy shoot for the pay-per-view. Backlash will mark the first main roster pay-per-view with some form of crowd since Elimination Chamber, and given that superstars in the crowd aren't allowed to go into catering, we hope everyone packs a big lunch ahead of the taping.